On today's episode of our Garfield Home, I'm going to catch you up on our kitchen renovation project from about the last 2 weeks. And as we go through, I'm going to share the honest pros and cons of a DIY kitchen renovation and some things you probably haven't thought of. So let's jump in. I'm feeling really excited that we're getting to this point in our kitchen renovation where we are closing up the walls. That means we are putting drywall on the walls and tape and mud. And yes, this leads me to my first con of a DIY kitchen renovation is that it takes longer than it needs to. We started planning our kitchen renovation in May of last year, and that means it's been almost a year since we started our kitchen renovation. Now, when you're trying to squeeze in a renovation around your daily life and work and other commitments, it means it's going to take a lot longer than if you just hired someone to do it. Now, with the scope of our kitchen renovation, I feel very confident that if we had it hired, it would be done in 3 months or less. That means it's already been 4 times as long as then when we started. And I'm anticipating that it's still going to take us probably another 6 months to realistically finish everything in our kitchen renovation. And one of the reasons why our kitchen renovation is taking so long is because we are changing so much about it and we are basically fully gutting the kitchen. So everything's new, we're moving plumbing, we had to redo part of the exterior wall, and obviously the more involved your kitchen renovation is, the more work and the longer it will take. So length of time is definitely a con for doing it yourself. So before you start a DIY kitchen remodel, I would just take an honest look at your capacity for disruption to your daily routine of cooking and eating because it will definitely impact it. Things will be put in new places. You probably won't have the same amount of counter space or the same access to appliances, so it can be really challenging. That we have tried to get around this is by making sure that every day we still have access to a sink, a stove, and a refrigerator. And basically that means that we hooked up a temporary sink as soon as we cut off our old sink. So we were never without a kitchen sink for more than a few hours. So that's one way you can get around the disruption a little bit, is just making sure you at least have access to certain things. So what have we been working on? Well, we've been trying to get this corner cabinet area finished. So first we took that base cabinet and we are basically screwing it into the floor and also screwing it into the cabinet behind it. And it has a taller cabinet that stacks on top that we had been using to store things. So I had to clear that out so that we could stack them together. And you can see here, I was trying to stack it on top and trying to find a way to lift it, but it was honestly just too big and heavy, so I had to have my spouse help me. Okay, back to the pros and cons of doing it yourself. One of the biggest pros for a DIY kitchen renovation is that you save money. Yay! And honestly, I think this is the biggest pro to doing a kitchen renovation because kitchen renovations are very expensive. Especially if you have a large kitchen, it really adds up. Until I started planning the cost, I didn't have a good idea of how much it was all going to cost. And when I added it up, I was honestly pretty surprised. So let's just say even a DIY kitchen renovation is probably going to cost us double what I initially thought was possible. If you are keeping items in your existing kitchen, like appliances or cabinets or layouts, then you can do a DIY kitchen renovation, that will cost you less. And back to our kitchen. Now that we have all our entryway cabinets set up, I'm going to try to clean up some of the mess and some of the stuff that's in the kitchen that I want to find homes for, at least for now, in these cabinets so that we can just have a little bit less clutter, a little bit of clarity, a little bit of peace of mind. So I'll show you some of the things. So basically, I just want to mostly clear off this cart so I can get rid of it, put all this stuff in cabinets, and then there's just a bunch of junk everywhere, including on the table, just construction supplies and everything. So I just want to clean this whole area up so that I can set up the table and just have a little dining area. So You'll see, but I think it'll be a great improvement. So I just want to do this pretty quickly, and I will, yeah. Woohoo. All right, so first I'm going to put in some little shelf clips and stick in a shelf or two. As a reminder, our cabinets were ready to assemble, which means that we have to put them together. And our doors are also unfinished, which means that we'll have to apply a finish to our doors before we put them on. All right, some of these shelves are a little dirty and dusty, so I'm just gonna give them a little wipe. Long term, the plan for this cabinet is to hold overflow dishes and pantry items, but for now I'm just putting whatever I can in it. It's possible I might make some extra shelves to hold more in this cabinet, but for now this works fine. Okay, I do not know what to do with this guy. Yeah, this card's going away. This needs to go. I think I see a spot in the corner that I could put it for now. So right now I'm just gonna put it on the floor. And like I find a bunch of construction supplies and these need to go, but I'm just gonna put them in a pile outside of the screen. And then I'll take care of them later. It's going to speed things up. Okay, I gotta decide what to do with the microwave. That's a good question. I wonder. I think I have an idea. I just want to see like how big this is. 37 inches. Does this go here? Yes. Okay. I think that is a good plan. It's not amazing, but I think it's better than what we have now. While you watch me clean, I want to share another con to renovating your kitchen yourself. The con for DIY your kitchen renovation is that unless you have done a lot of DIY, you probably will be in a little over your head doing things that you've never done before. And there's actually a high likelihood that you will mess something up. No, there's not a likelihood. You will mess something up. It's my guarantee. And it will also end up costing you more in the long run because you need to fix your mistake. So yeah, plumbing turns out that's a little bit over our heads, and I thought I read everything I needed to in the plumbing code and online forums. However, I still messed up our drain size from our sink. So just so you know, if you have a kitchen sink, you need to do a 2-inch drain line, not a 1.5-inch drain line, okay? So don't let thinner webs lead you astray. You can start with 1/2 inch or 1.5 inch, and then immediately it goes to a 2-inch. So before I continue the plumbing story, can we just appreciate all the progress in this dining corner? It's really starting to look like the design vision that I have for the space, so it's getting exciting. We have the dining room table there, which is awesome. I mean, it's not a room, but a nook, I guess. And then I, put everything in the tall cabinets. And so obviously right now there's no doors, but they will have doors in the future and everything will be enclosed and hidden. And I can't wait. So that's what I got done. Okay, back to plumbing and being out of your comfort zone. One of the things that I did in the last 2 weeks is we had our plumbing inspector come to the house and talk me through some of the reasons that we failed our plumbing inspection and talk about how we might find a resolution. So in case you didn't know, we did all our own plumbing on this and we got a permit from the city, which is honestly the right thing to do. And I like this as a backstop. If you're doing work yourself, like plumbing or electrical, it's nice to have someone to come check your work and tell you if it's right. So getting a permit is a great way to do that. And so because we didn't know what we were really doing, we are going to have to spend more money and time to basically rip out a bunch of drain pipe that we installed and replace it with something bigger, which basically means a lot of work. And because of another weird situation with how our washing machine drains and how our kitchen sink drains, we're also going to need to do some more involved work with basically the main drain for the house. And because of that, we don't feel completely comfortable with that part. and we're probably going to hire just that portion of the rework out for peace of mind. So the plumbing was definitely a challenge for us because it is well outside of our confidence zone. But this actually brings me to another pro of a kitchen renovation is that you do actually get a chance to learn new skills, learn how to do new things, confront challenges, and become better educated and better skilled. And I think it's giving us more confidence that we can figure things out and challenges will come and we'll find a way to solve them. And now that we have these skills, the next kitchen renovation will be faster and easier. And if you want to help me out today, if you could like this video, comment on this video, or subscribe to my channel, it would really mean a lot to me. Okay, so there is another con related to this topic is that if you are doing a DIY kitchen renovation with your spouse, you have to realize that they may not have the same tolerance or resilience for challenges as you might have. And if you guys are both working on the kitchen renovation, this could get a little discouraging. And that can make the atmosphere kind of negative sometimes. So I think just know that if you're going into a DIY kitchen remodel, you want to make sure that you have a general awareness of how you and your partner handles new challenges that are maybe just outside of what they're familiar with. Or are they or you kind of a perfectionist? And are you going to get upset if things don't turn out absolutely perfect? So sometimes the hardest part of a kitchen renovation can be managing yourself and your partner's emotions through the process. But we can flip that into yet another pro. So I just feel like I'm going back and forth between pros and cons. But if you do have challenges with how you and your partner approach problems or things like a kitchen renovation, honestly, it can be a great opportunity to grow closer to your partner by understanding them and helping them understand you and helping you guys support each other better through the process. So I guess it's kind of a win. Ultimately, I'm happy that we're doing this kitchen renovation ourselves, but honestly, if we were rich, I probably would hire someone to do this. And I think one of the biggest cons is just that the time you spend doing this takes away from other priorities and plans, and you honestly have to limit some of the other things you like to do. For example, I really like hiking, but since we started this kitchen renovation, I haven't been hiking very much just because we spend a lot of time over the weekends working on the house. I actually have another con, and I almost forgot about this, so I hope you're still listening. But I think this is one of the most important cons to a DIY kitchen renovation, and that is that you are not going to have the same expertise as a professional architect, interior designer, or general contractor who specializes in kitchens and who has lots of experience knowing what common mistakes people make and how to avoid those. And the reason I didn't think about this is because I am an architect in my day job. I'm also an interior designer. I have professional experience and have also developed, a professional taste or aesthetics. So I felt very comfortable designing my own kitchen. But at the same time, I know that I'm probably missing one or two things that a seasoned kitchen designer would have caught. If you like this video about our kitchen renovation progress, you might enjoy some of my other kitchen renovation videos like this one or this one. And with that, I'll see you next time.